So not only was Chuck E. Cheese my first job, it was also my first write-up. Oh, the glory days of early management. I was about 18, 19 years old, and I was showing up to the location at like 5 a.m. in order to do the token pull shifts on Monday. And I did not have an easy time waking up. I was a night owl. And so one day I didn't wake up on time, and I rolled in, and sure enough, the GM was there. Of course he was. He didn't even have to be there that day, but for some reason he was. Going to the office, and sitting right there on my desk was a write-up for him. So I filled it out, signed it, stuck it in my personnel file, and went about my day, never even bringing it up. Hours later, he comes to me. He's like, "What happened to that write-up? What'd you do? Why? Where is it? Did you rip it up and throw it in the trash?" I was like, "No, I filled it out, stuck it in my file." The last write-up I received was a 23-page write-up, and that one really burned me. I was running the #1 market for the company I was working for. And not only was I #1 in the market, I had picked up a second district, and it was in the top 10, and we were the best 2 district ranked for this VP. And after traveling with that VP for 2 days, we sat down to go over this 23-page write-up that had nothing to do with the 2 days that we just spent together. 2 days of great morale lifting, team building exercises to end with this 23-page write-up. And I just was livid. I was burned. This really taught me 2 things. First off, my ego gets in the way sometimes when I get a write-up, right? Like, I just don't even want to talk about it. I know whether or not I did something right or wrong. And what it really, though, taught me was how not to do a write-up. And I don't say that because I got the write-up. I say that because in neither case did my manager take the time to review with me the write-up and use it in such a way to build me up. It's not about catching your employees doing something wrong. It's about catching them doing something right, first off. And both did compliment me on right things throughout the years. I'm not saying anything about those specifically. What I am saying is that in these cases where they had to do something they didn't want to do necessarily because I had done something incorrect, they avoided the situation. They didn't talk to me about the situation. They let the paper do the talking and broke portions of the trust that they had built with me as a result. And I learned in those mistakes that I had made of myself and mistakes that I perceive my supervisors having made to me, that something I never want to do with an employee is, or a team member, or anyone that I ever work with, is have a write-up be a surprise. I like to call them righteous write-ups, and even sometimes a righteous termination, where anybody that I'm sitting down with knows that this is coming. They know that they're going to get written up. It's a conversation I'm having very early in the process for that day and that interaction. I don't wait till the end and then go away and disappear, leaving me to stew in my thoughts. I make sure it's something that we handle early. We spend the rest of the time making sure that it's something that can be corrected and learned to do correctly in order to achieve success. Do you care about your people's success, or are you just trying to get them in trouble to fire them? Do you want them to improve, and are you working with them to be better? Or are we just trying to take the easy way out as a manager and as a leader and move on to the next and burn through the people we worked so hard to find in the first place? Help your people achieve their dreams. Train them to do it the right way. Work with them. Lead your teams.